Orb's one of the hardest weapons to find a good guide on, and also one that I'll play loads, getting a max level petra on almost exclusively being the only legend that I got my peak elo with. It's a very fast weapon with almost limitless utility, and due to this, Orb can handle almost any situation you've played right, making it very useful in 2s as well. This is a beginner video aimed at people who have no clue about the weapon and a basic knowledge of the game. I will already have made another video covering the intermediate level of Orb, and one or possibly two covering advanced, very powerful but also niche things on Orb, which when put together gives you a comprehensive toolset that can be used in any and every situation. It will cover the useful true combos that are easy to input and use in game, and also how the use of dashing can be applied to Orb with great effect, and very easily as well. In case you don't know move notation, here's every move on the kit and their names in about 7 seconds, so pause if you need to. Alright, so hopefully you already know the moves or have messed around enough to know what's what. But if you haven't, that's fine, you can always look back if you're confused about the moves. The first thing we're going to look at is Dlight Nair. This will make your game so much easier because it essentially doubles the damage you get off Dlight and makes for a convenient kill option as well, although you're probably not going to be killing too early with it. The way you do this is you hit a Dlight and then jump and set almost at the same time. This can be quite difficult and it took me a little while to learn, but stick with it because it will pay off so much. This leads into another point, why dashing is so important and how do you use it while playing Orb. Dashing is performed by moving and dodging on the ground and allows you to abruptly shoot yourself forwards and backwards. This is very useful for dodging an attack and quickly closing the distance for your own punishment. Dashing is crucial for Orb, which is primarily a beat 'em up close range weapon. Of course there's some longer range moves like Dare or not, but if you want lots of damage very quickly, you're going to need to be on top of your opponent. This can be very useful when trying to close the distance between you and your opponent, especially when used with Dlight to create an unavoidable attack that will rack up damage like crazy. But be careful about how far away you are from your opponent, otherwise you could be on the receiving end of a massive punish. Hitting Dlights is one of the easiest things to do on Orb because it covers the air and then sweeps down to cover the ground as well. It is one of, if not the best move on Orb, because on top of all of that, it either has a tight unjumpable string or a straight up inescapable true combo depending on where you hit it. You are also able to jump out of a Dlight before you hit the ground, which makes punishing it much harder. The combo out of Dlight which I find most useful is Dlight Nair. There are 3 ways to do this depending on how and where you hit it. If you hit the opponent while they're above you, a jump Nair is the best option. But if your opponent has a dodge, they can dodge out of it quite easily. The jackpot comes when you hit the bottom of the Dlight, because you get a multitude of true combos including Dlight Nair. Now, I have to admit that using the other combos would be better in certain situations, but I'm never able to react and use the best option for that situation, so Dlight Nair is all that I use. If you have good reactions, then go for it. This combo is even easier than Dlight Sair because you don't even need to jump when hitting the bottom of Dlight. Dlight Nair is insanely powerful because of how easy it is to hit. Unlike Dlight, you can throw out a Dlight almost any time you want and not get punished for it. Now, this is quite a short video, but I'm gonna be honest, when you've just picked up the game, the best thing to do is familiarize yourself with the game just by playing it. The stuff I've mentioned here is just stuff you wouldn't figure out by doing just that. The next video is for an intermediate level of Orb, and we'll have a lot more stuff to cover, so check out that video if this one wasn't enough.